Shalom, family. Glory be to God, and blessed be the Lamb. Just in case you didn't hear me, shalom. You know, America is a country full of contradictions. I write camouflage of a principle, camouflage of self, camouflage of their very existence and what it is to be quote unquote an American. I'm starting to believe that there's no such thing. I'm starting to believe that a country of immigrants and slaves could ever be a country when they all hail from different parts of the world. I find that this a unique impossibility. It is obvious at this point, as a matter of fact, it can be done. It can be done. And on the other side of this, you have a social construct. Well, let's look at it this way. Number one, there is no such thing as white people. White is a social construct in this country. In their country, they are French. They are German. They are Argentinian. They are South African. They are British. It's only when they cross the water on an airplane or by boat and hit the shores of America do they become white. Amazing, huh? It is amazing. And this is every last one of them. Not to mention the honorary white. I hate that word. Who made that word? Honorary. It's something. It is hard on the tongue. Damn. Honorary. Remove that word from our list of usable terms. we'll find something else. But it's you know it's more than arbitrary. I mean, it is. If it was a game, it would just be interactive, depending on race. So you have the social construct of whiteness here, and then you have the system of I want to be white if I can get in the in socio political proximity to the dominant race, which is not a dominant race, god damn it, because they come from different parts of the world and they only become white once they get here. I'm not going to respect it. It is a construct. From here on, you shall be known as British Americans, German Americans, French Americans, so on and so forth, etc., etc., etc. Enough of the bullshit. But at the bottom, wait a minute, hold up. I got ahead of myself. This very social construct called whiteness has built a social order upon the very much fabricated social construct of whiteness itself. Wow. I'm on fire this morning. I can tell what kind of audio this is going to be because I ain't even got to the good part yet. Imagine this. So let's take a look into the, I mean, only briefly, into the countries in which they hail from. I mean, not even briefly. Not even briefly. We can just dip a toe in it. Each of these countries, except probably Germany, believe it or not, well, who knows, since I was there, because when I was there, there was a West Germany and there was an East Germany. And now all of a sudden, it's just Germany to West Germany's detriment. Sorry, Germany, but my heart aches for what you used to be before East met west. You should have left them. Anyway, I'm drifting. So out of this social construct comes a social order that marginalizes certain groups based on race and gender. Now, here's the kicker, though. They all act as though it's not there. Or maybe there's a good segment of America that's just not that fucking sophisticated. They just can't see it. Educated, Western style, and they are incapable of seeing what's right before their eyes. Me personally, I call them actors, NPCs. They are sort of just there. They are gonna do what they do anyway. Breathe, eat up a lot of food, make babies, dump a couple of personal tablespoons of their own wickedness and sin onto the world floor, and then die. Pretty much in that damn order. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I have to say it, but I'm drifting again. I felt the need, though. You need to do better. Do better. At any rate, what's your purpose? At any rate, that's not what I want to talk about. We are talking about orders and constructs. Now, who's at the very bottom of this social order? The black man. How did he get there? If you said white man, you'd be wrong. Or you'd only be right by half. It is a social order that is enforced from top to bottom. Spot number one, enforces. Spot number two, enforces. Spot number three, enforces, etc., 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 by any and all means necessary. But I still ain't got to the good part. And I'm 7 minutes in. Nice. That's nice. So in this marginalization scheme, at the very bottom is the black man. Imagine that. Imagine that. And the one at the top have came up with every scheme and plot. I mean, if he was dragged into a court of law, I hope I'm the prosecutor because I'm going to hit him with the conspiracy charge, right off the button, right, and the enhancement charges. He's going to know that I'm trying to really put him in the dark for the rest of his miserable existence. He'll never see daylight again, if there be such a thing. Unless there's always the prison rec yard. Damn it, he may see daylight again. Just not free. But anyway, at the bottom is the black man. And which started me to thinking. Because when I say black man, I mean black man is at the head of the family. I know this is a hard pill for some of you to swallow. Just because you live in this unnatural order and this government and this is called their principles and sensibilities have demanded that you respect the unnatural order and you fell in love with it and you work within it and you raise children within it. But it is still a unnatural order, and unnatural orders produce unnatural consequences, which I won't be going into, but there is a lot of them, and you wouldn't want me to even start down that path. You wouldn't even want me to start down that path. But let's get to it. The NAACP. Today's topic is the NAACP. Now, ain't this something? Let me give you a brief history. Whoa, no. Let me give you a brief overview from my personal perspective as a black man. We were lied to. I thought up until the 2015, no, I'd be lying, 2005 or so, that the NAACP represented black people. I really believe this. I don't know why the hell I did. I felt foolish. I felt totally foolish because I'm a thinker. And here I am, have let these people slide this slogan on me. And when they represent black people, not at all. Oh, before I get too far from man is the head, let me go on and hit you with the other part of it. There's God, man, woman, child that sit in the dominion over everything upon this planet. If you don't like it, then leave. But you can leave. There's no way. This is a prison. You are trapped here with me. You are trapped. Me and you ain't going nowhere. That's for sure. And really, a lot of you don't want to leave. You already asking and go where? You know what I mean. You know exactly what I'm trying to tell you. At any rate, at the bottom is the black man. Now, why is that? Why is that? Now, you think that I've stepped away from the NAACP, but I have not. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going to connect the dots for you this morning. So, why is the black man the target? And I don't want to pretend to know the motive of the quote unquote white people because I don't believe the term. Like I don't believe in Hispanic, I don't believe in Asian, I don't believe in black. All these vague ass terms that allows everybody to hide behind something. I don't give a fuck if you black. Tell me where your people from. I don't give a fuck if you Asian. Tell me where your people from. I ain't got time for this shit. Everybody masquerading as we just Americans. You get the fuck up out of here. No, you are not. No, you are not. And most of you don't want to be. This is why you struggle so hard to maintain your quote unquote heritage while you're busy living in America. I hate the term because these days there is no fucking America. There is the United States of America, like city of Houston. Wow. Wow. Y'all been bamboozled, but I am drifting again. So here it is, the NAACP that bears witness to the marginalization of the black man, specifically in the black population en masse. I say that because I can't remember how they ever helped the black masses. Do any of you recall how they've helped the black masses? But I mean, before you to get too hard on them, no black organization actually represents or speaks for black people. Not one of them. But let's stick to the NAACP and go into their history. Number one, you would think that you would think that they were founded by black people. People understand something. They were founded in 1909 or 1910 or 1908, somewhere up in there. They were ex-slaves. They ain't got no damn money. To found things, it takes money. Okay? They had none. So where did they get the money? You guessed it. That one is slot number one. And slot number one, the, for lack of a better word, but it's a nice term, white supremacist. It's a nicer term if you think in a relative manner because there were other words that I had a choice of using, but I chose not to. That's what I mean. So white supremacy is nice enough. So, and slide number 2, and slide number 3, and slide number 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and all the way down that ladder falls in line. So the NAACP, rule number 1, understand, they do not represent black people at all, and they never did. They never did. And I don't know why. In fact, I made a audio about 3 years ago, and I was upset. And after making the audio, it dawned on me, wait a minute, people, I've been wrong. I have been wrong. I owe the NAACP an apology. It's right in the name. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And in no way are they saying that they represent black people. They represent colored people. So colored people can be anybody of color. But as I know, blackness is an absence of color. It all made sense to me. It all made sense to me right then and there. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why am I mad? Why am I upset? People, I've been barking up the wrong tree. Maybe it's that tree down the road there that they said they had him cornered. I'm barking up the wrong tree here. It ain't shit up there. I never looked up, but they always right. The confusion was they had us believing that we were colored. But then I started thinking, this is a people that have no self-identity. They have been renamed at least every 20 years for the last 100 years. Should I go down the list of names? Currently, for the last 25 years, give or take, they've been African American. But before that, they were black. And before that, they was niggers. And before that, they was colored. And before that, they was Negro. And before that, they was African. You see what I'm saying? They've been everything except what they are. And ladies and gentlemen, how much power do you have to name things? You have the power to name your pet, maybe your gun, maybe your vehicle, and maybe your damn children. You have no more of a power beyond that. I say that to say this. Slot number one has the power to rename this people at will, which proves further evidence of ownership. Evidence of ownership again. Over and over and over, this evidence keeps showing up. Ownership. Who else can rename a people unless they own that people? Sir, you're going to owe this money, and you're going to be paying this money too. We got you legally. You crazy. You have you are a absconder from the law. You are an absconder. But back to the NAACP, people, it was right there in the name. So let's move ahead to today. What do they represent? What do they represent? Currently, the current stance, and this is them. No one asked them to give news conferences, photo shoots, opportunities to stand in front of a mic, surrounded by every other race. And then I seen it again. Well, hot damn, man! I owe you 25 years of freaking apology, at least 20, and I apologize. I mean, the answer was right there again. You seen what they call diversity. White people, Hispanics, Asians, a Jew wearing a harmonica or whatever it's called. I have no respect. But anyway, we won't get started on them. But was obviously an African an emasculated black man. I was saying, what the hell? Oh, okay, black people, listen to me. We can expect nothing from the NAACP. They say it out of their own mouths that their current stance, that They have prioritized. They have prioritized is immigration. It's immigration and ICE and Trump. Okay? Which makes sense to me. Which makes sense to me. You know why? Because I already know if I was to delve into the backgrounds of the makeup of the boards and different chapters in the United States of the NAACP, I would find it filled with black immigrants. This is nothing against black immigrants, but we're just being straight. It's called true truth. If you do this in your state legislatures and those quote unquote independent black caucuses, you're going to find the same thing. But we can't be upset at people who are representing themselves. Your problem, black man, is a lack of representation while everyone else has overrepresentation. 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 If you have no representation, then everyone else has overrepresentation. And this is self-evident. This is evident. This is evident. Okay? This is evident. Even the people who you would think would represent you are actually representing someone else and funded by funds of those who would just as soon harm you. And they're like any other organization or business in this corporate capitalistic society. Money talks. Money talks. So at the very least, they speak for money. And on the secondary, and I might add, in the alternative, they speak for white people, which I don't believe in the term. They are a fractured group. They damn near about to kill each other right now. And you want me to continue to believe in a term like white? You should leave. Leave. No more lies. No more fucking lies. I'm done with the lies. You can't cross the water and just be, but all immigrants have, well, yes. Well, I have to go now. I have to go. I wasn't finished. I am source. I am seven. I am one.